What's good? Today, we're going to be talking about the benefits of being fit, why fitness is more than just aesthetics. People think usually, yeah, nah, you fit, you look good, that's it, that's all there is to it. Nah, fam, it's more to it than that. A lot more to it than that. We're going to go over some of them in this video. It is more than just physical, it is life-changing. Going from 240 pounds to now I'm between 170, 175, I could tell you the transformation is not just a physical one. It's great. We're still trying to get better, or we're getting better. We're not trying to get better. It's more than just a physical change. It's life changing. The way I was before compared to now, it's night and day. It's not even the same person. And it gets to the point where sometimes I'll get some old pictures because I never took pictures back then that much. I'm just like, man, I don't even recognize. Like, I'm so far gone from that. I don't even recognize who that person is, what they used to think, what they used to do, why they do what they used to do. So, it's more than just physical. People just see fitness as just looking good, but there's more to it than that. How you think changes, your self-belief, the way you feel inside changes. Before you were more negative, you doubted yourself. Shit, I didn't think I could ever be on camera. I didn't want to be on camera. I didn't like people looking at me. Now it's a little bit different. I cook, people looking at me all day. I also am a personal trainer, so people look at me all day. I'm on the internet. So yeah, it's gotten to the point where I'm comfortable sharing the pictures that I did not share before, especially the fat ones. Because I kid you not, I did not post big pictures at all. Once a year, maybe. And that's if it looks fresh. And even then, it's not. Eh. Now I could post these pictures because it's not me. It doesn't look like me. They look like me, but even when I show people, they still don't believe it. So that's the power of fitness. It could transform you into a new person, but you have to put in the work. It's not overnight. So what everyone sees, physical benefits, what everyone sees. So being fit will improve your body composition. You'll have more muscle and you'll be lean. Yeah, to me, that's good enough. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at the pictures. They look great. Your heart health improves because God knows when you have all this extra fat on you, around your arteries, your heart, intestines, all that, you know, your lifespan decreased significantly. So your heart health improves. I mean, if I had to check my blood work from before compared to now, it's drastically different. Most of the pre-existing conditions that I had are pretty much 90%, 95% gone. So being fit lowers the risk of heart disease, high blood pressure, stroke, and other diseases. Like if you have asthma, you know, exercising, eating healthy will cure most of it, most of the symptoms of asthma, breathing hard, things like that. Whereas, before, if you're heavy, you can get sick almost every week. You can catch a cold every 2 weeks, especially with you're around people all the time. This person gets sick one day, the next one gets sick, the next one gets sick, you get sick. It's a never ending cycle. But when you're fit, your body's able to fight these germs better. So you're able to stay fit and healthy longer. Having stronger bones and joints, which improves posture, mobility, and also prevents injury. Yeah, you're more mobile, you could run, you could jog, you could sprint, compared to like when you're heavy. Your joints take all that extra mass every time you step, every time you run. Your knees having to support 240 pounds of fat compared to 170 pounds, 185, or 200 pounds of muscle, mostly muscle mass. It's different. Also prevents you from injury because extra mass, extra fat everywhere, you're not being balanced and mobile and strong. It's easier to get injured. You could roll your ankle, calf strain, hip problems, low back problems, especially, in America, we tend to sit a lot. So low back problems are a big issue. So, yes, you get higher energy levels, which boosts your metabolism and you burn more calories at rest, which is what we all want, right? We want to be able to burn more calories at rest. That way our caloric needs are more without gaining added fat. And building muscle will definitely help you out with that. You'll have energy to work more. You'll have energy to, if you're a parent, you could play with your kids, work, come home, do extra activities, and be social. If you're young, you're on the grind, you can work 2 jobs without being tired all the time, 2 jobs, go to the gym, and do all the other things with little to no fatigue. So, and believe me, being fit definitely improves that. And I'll tell you this, try that before compared to now. Before then, I tell you, I couldn't work 2 jobs and go to the gym and do this on the side. I'd be dead. I'd be toast. Now I can handle it. And most of it is due to fitness. The quality of sleep you get is unmatched. When I say unmatched, unmatched. You get deeper sleep and you wake up feeling refreshed. Yeah, I used to sleep like crazy, bad, sweating in the middle of the night, twisting, turning, having nightmares, trying to catch your breath because, there's so much stuff in you and your body has to regulate. Now, you get in bed, out. Wake up the next day, you feel so much better. Whether after a double shift, regular shift, and after a high volume leg day, wake up the next day, you feel good. You will eat well, stay hydrated, just improves that even bit more. Also, being fit, you get mental and emotional benefits, which is what people don't see. Sometimes it's obvious they see it, especially if they knew you before. They'll be able to see the difference in how you were compared to how you are. A lot of times, those people don't last in your life, so they'll probably see it on Instagram or hear about it. If they did stick around, they'll definitely be aware. They might comment on it to you or to others around you. People that don't know you will assume that you're just happy all the time and everything's great. The halo effect. There's other great qualities about you. Also, like me, a lot of times when I'm at the gym, I talk to members and potential clients. I'm like, yeah, I used to be heavy. I used to be this one. Like, what? Psh, like, get out of here. You don't look like that. Like they don't believe you at all. And I have to pull out pictures to show them, and they're like, "Oh wow, there's no way." They're looking at you like they just saw a ghost because it's like there's no way someone that big gets, you know. And again, we're on the internet. We think this is so common. It's not that common at all, and it's very hard. Only a few of us can do this. Have done this. So when you go outside in the real world, it ain't like that. They notice, and you'd be surprised, man. You inspire other people more than you know, especially if they talk to you and they see your page and you post your progress. It reduces stress and anxiety. Usually, when you're fat, you have a lot of anxiety, extra anxiety for nothing. Anxiety about food. You have anxiety, so you eat more, you overeat, and then you have anxiety about eating too much and how people are going to perceive you while you're fat. So it's like a spinning wheel, basically. I remember I used to eat a big, large Pizza Hut or Domino's pizza box by myself with a 2 liter. I would knock it down like it's nothing. I'd have Chinese food also that same day. I know it's bad before I put it in my mouth. I would eat it, destroy it, and pretty much 2 or 3 minutes later, I'd feel just disgusted. I'm like, man, I have all this anxiety. I'm like, man, people are gonna look at me. I'm already fat, and you start talking down on yourself for doing that because you know you're not supposed to do it, but you did it anyways. It's almost like you can't control it because the food controls you. Like I spoke about in the last slide, instead of you controlling what you put in your mouth, it's kind of like the food controls you. Your hormones, hunger hormones control you, and it's not a good feeling. And you have extra anxiety because maybe you think you might die, things of that nature. So, like very soon, you hear stories about things. Obesity kills more people than a lot of things in this country. So you have anxiety about different things, anxiety about talking to people, looking at people. Just overall, every normal things that most people should do or should be able to do, you get anxious about it. And it's like a lack of confidence, all that wrapped into one. So training lowers cortisol levels and increases endorphins. Once you get that good feeling, it's like, yeah, anything's possible. Like Kevin Garnett said when the Celtics won the championship. I'm a Heat fan. I'm not a Celtics fan whatsoever, but for some reason, when it comes to this, that's the one phrase that came to my head when he's like, anything's possible. Focus and thinking clearer overall. You get to focus more clearly on whatever task you're doing. Your mind is clear. You don't get distracted like in school and class. I used to daydream a lot because especially when you wake up. When I wake up and I eat like no matter what it is, and then your hormones spike and crash because you ate some nonsense. You're like, oh, I want to go right back to sleep. Mind you, you just woke up and you're tired already. It's like it kind of makes no sense if you think about it. And I'm like, oh, what's my girl doing, man? What am I gonna do this weekend? Instead of focusing on what's in front of you, what you have to do, the objective, because your mind's not clear. It's wandering everywhere. So yeah, like the power of now. Eckhart Tolle talks about being present. You can't be present when you're unhealthy mentally, physically, all that. There's no way. And all of it plays, all of it, you know, combines together. It's not like, oh, it's one and not the other. It all intertwines. And you don't realize that until you get out of it. And I'm here to tell you that firsthand from experience. Yeah, you get a great boost of memory, concentration, and creativity. Yeah, I've always been creative. You know, I used to write, have a lot of poems and things like that. But now you get to be creative in different ways. We could think of projects. Sometimes I think of things to do in the middle of a rush. It'll be crazy packed at work at either job, and everyone's freaking out. And I'm just like, I'll just think about some creative thing to do. Not in the moment, but some of my best ideas, I get them in the middle of a lot of chaos that's going on at work when everyone's freaking out. So they just zone out, just like think of what you need to think about, keep it, and then continue doing what you're doing. And mind you, I'm the youngest one usually. So being the youngest one and being the most level-headed, it's kind of, unheard of. So the discipline, emotional control, and grit you get training and living a fit lifestyle will carry on to other aspects of your life. Having to finish a set, it's leg day, you did deadlifts, squats. Now you have to do all the machines and calf raises and abs. You're like, man, I don't want to be here no more. But you have to do it because that's the only day you have. And if you quit now, you're gonna be a chump. So sticking through it, fighting through it, afterwards you feel better. And guess what? After that, yeah, you build a habit of not quitting, but the next time you have to do it again. You have to do it again. You have to do it again. Keep doing it. It's a muscle. So that way of thinking of being, it will carry over to your work life and everything else. Like if you're at work, it's busy, it's super packed, everyone's freaking out. You're just like, okay, I can do this, 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 and this, and get out of it. Everyone's looking at you like, what? We're all freaking out. Why are you not freaking out? Because I would say a lot of it has to do with fitness. Because I'm able to just, hey, get it done. Think of a strategy, plan, almost off rip, and then execute. Because for fitness, again, with all this anxiety and stuff that before, I'd freak out too. And everyone, mind you, everybody's freaking out, nothing's gonna get done. So believe me, you'll be in a better mood overall, and your confidence will be on another level. So most days, instead of wake up depressed because you're not where you want to be, things like that. Now you're like, okay, I'm not where I want to be. I should do this. I'm gonna do this, and you go and do it rather than you know, oh my God, I don't know if I could do this. What should I do? You gonna call people and all this mess. Most people don't care anyways, but you call them asking for this, and you sound like a whiny baby. Whereas if you fit, you're like, man, you're able to get fit, which most people cannot do. I could do anything else. Yeah, it starts creeping into your head, and it gives you that little edge, little kick. I don't want to say motivation, but yeah, that the added boost that hey, it's possible. I can do it. The lifestyle benefits. Some are obvious to the masses, but some of us have to some have to be experienced firsthand. Of course, you always hear, yeah, look good, feel good, all that stuff. Yeah, that sounds great when you're big and you hear that. You're like, oh yeah, but you don't realize there's I put in the military say embrace the suck. There's a sucky part to it, just like everything else in life. There's a hard part. You have to get to the hard, through the hard to get to the easy part. And people don't talk about that because that's like, that kind of turns people away almost immediately. Because us as humans, we seek comfort. So therefore, we don't think of that. It's like, oh, I'm supposed to be fit. Okay, cool. I start. Oh, it hurts. Never mind. Mm-mm. It ain't like that. So some are obvious to the masses, but some have to be experienced firsthand. Yeah, well, you went through that. Increased daily energy. You have more stamina for work, errands, and everything else. Yeah, we went through that. Healthier habits. It inspires you to make better choices daily. And You don't want to lose the progress, so you maintain it through daily choices. Yeah, you remember what it was like to be heavy. You remember what it was like to walk up a flight of stairs and be out of breath. You remember what it's like to, you know, all the things, to not be able to finish a soccer game, running down a court in basketball and passing on after the first lap, not even getting through the first lap. You remember that you're like, man, is a hamburger really worth it right now? Nah, especially if it's a day that you're supposed to stick to the plan. Once you remember that, you're like, man, nah, it ain't worth it. It could wait. Again, food will always be there. Junk food specifically will always be there. So it inspires you to, stick on your meal plan, keep the hydration going, sleep well, because you will improve the next day, the next week, the next month, the next year. And those little baby steps overall add up to the big step. Oh, this one's a good one. People will start to assume that you're 6 to 10 plus years younger than you actually are. Oh yeah. So I basically I grew a beard because I couldn't stand that. I was like, man, I used to get called babyface a lot. I couldn't stand that. I'm getting ID'd after 21. Like I'm like over 21 if you're IDing you. Like, man, or I pull out my ID and be like, yeah, I'm 21. And now I'm way over 21. Feel like, oh man, you look 25, 24. Mind you with this. Because you look lean, you look fit. So people automatically assume you're way younger than you are. And a lot of times, especially with some of the ladies, they're like, oh, I thought you were 35. And it's so some of them were like, oh, you're a young guy. And it's like, yep. So there's good things and bad things to it. Yeah, the cougars, they want a piece of that. Well, some fresh meat. And then you have some that are like, oh yeah, you too young. It's like, all right, why don't float your boat? But they still walk around and flirt with you, try to mess with you and stuff. So I'll leave that for another video. Caring about yourself give you a great sense of pride. Yeah, because you keep the promises you make to yourself every day. So it increases your confidence. It makes you realize again anything is possible because you overcame all the obstacles of the day, of the week, of the month, year, etc. Hmm. Social and practical perks. You will inspire others around you and even some that you don't know. Yeah, because who would have known? If you knew me back then, man, big kid, the biggest kid on the soccer team, people asking what my bra size was, being called a food dispenser by family members. I mean, now it's funny, but at the time, I didn't like it. See, I still remember it. Yeah, got the upper chest going. Didn't hit the shoulders though. Um, you'll inspire others around you and even some that you don't know. Yeah, like people see you, they will give you free stuff. They'll like invite you to things. People you just met that you don't even know, they'll talk to you as if they know you. Oh, it's crazy. Walking down the street anywhere, you'll stand out because most people are not fit. Most people are not lean. So you being lean alone, you'll stand out amongst a lot of people. Let alone if you have some extra muscle mass on you where they can see a V taper or something. People will treat you better just based on your appearance. Yeah. You get anything from free food, free drinks, tickets to events, you get invited to events, people pretending you're their partner. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, the halo effect is real. People assume other great qualities about you based on the fact that you take care of yourself. Be self-explanatory. You get access to more things, opportunities, etc. at work, outside of work, social gatherings. I know I wrote etc. twice, but yeah, you perform better overall in every aspect. Your health care cost is lower and your lifespan is longer. Yeah, you don't have to go to the hospital as much, extra medications, unnecessary medications that you have to stay on forever because frankly, you don't need it. You get natural herb supplements, natural healing, and also your body knows how to heal itself to an extent. So, a strong, fit body, your body knows how to adapt through evolution. So, keep that in mind. Fitness is a lifestyle, not just a look. So, show up for your health, and you'll get rewarded for it in multiple ways than one. We get judged on a daily basis, whether we are aware of it or not. So putting your best foot forward can lead you to places that sometimes you cannot imagine. Like if I never decided, yeah, man, because I tried to lose weight twice before that. I say tried. First time, I didn't really try, kind of did. Second time, I trained, but I ate whatever I wanted because people will tell you, yeah, you can eat whatever you want as long as you work out. Basically, I just became a bigger person who lifted. So that's a bad advice. Don't listen to that. You need to do both simultaneously to get the result that you want. You can't just eat it. Work out, eat whatever you want. Now, if you're skinny, you're trying to get muscle, you can get away with some of that advice. However, this is more practical for you. You know, if you're trying to get muscle, eat healthy foods out of surplus, not just whatever you want, because you're getting a lot of fat from that. So there's nuances to things. In my case, there was no nuance. I ate whatever I wanted and I blew up. I blew all the way up. Mm. Your body is the vessel that you live in for the rest of your life. So you need to take care of it. People don't realize that and they need to understand that. So look good, feel strong, think clearly, and live fully. I challenge you to do that. Every day I do that. And to me, that's the way. That should be a quote. I should have that as my wallpaper for my phone. It is not a punishment, it is a form of self-respect. You'd be surprised, you know, members, clients, oh yeah, I'm here to get my punishment because I had a cheat weekend. It's like, it's not a punishment, man. Some people can't even get up and do this. Some people, they're physically impaired, they cannot work out. So some people, they're not here anymore to be able to do this. So it's not a punishment to be able to move your body. It is a privilege. It's a form of self-respect. God gave you this vessel. You respect it and honor it by taking care of it. Simple as that. That's that. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Till next time.